Hi, I'm Don Stigoff. This is a video about a bucket on a post. For anyone who's a glow or gasoline model airplane flyer, what's under this bucket is a very nice item to have. Before I reveal what's under the bucket, I'd like to ask that if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and post links to the video in forums and on Facebook and your pages and stuff. I'd like to get the word out about the topic of test stands. This is a PSP test stand mounted on a post that's in a sleeve in the ground. This is the original PSP test stand, and it's all aluminized aluminum and stainless steel or brass, and it has the ability to withstand weather. Only problem was birds kept pooping on it. So I came up with the idea of sticking the bucket over it so I could leave it out. Well, it's worked out very well, and one thing I do is take it out of this sleeve and put it in that stand in the garage when I need to. But what I'm going to do first is take off the test stand and show you a little bit about the test stand as I take it off, and there will be a segment that I tape inside on both the old test stand, the current test stand, and the vibration dampening test stand. These are the engine Holddowns. They give you a nice ball driver when you buy a complete test stand, and you just take out the front bolts and you can swing the arms or the hold downs out and put the motor on. Now you may not have the spacing right, so don't try to use the ball driver for this. Use an Allen wrench with the long side out, because these need to be reasonably tight, but then you can simply slide them in and adjust them, and they even come off, and I'll show you why. This is the tank holder. They have a bigger tank holder for 3-inch wide tanks. It's very convenient for gasoline engines. This is one of the really nice features about this test stand. It's a lever that has a little brass roller inside of it, and it has a knob that lets you adjust the push rod to the motor, so you can throttle up and throttle down as needed. And it's got a little rubber washer between the handle and the post it's on, so it keeps a little bit of tension on it and it won't move out of position. Now, to take the test stand off of the post, you have to take the hold downs off. It's nice to have one of these little folding tables by your test stand while you're working, so you have a place to put your flight box or any other accessories you need. You can get these little tables through Amazon for 30 to 32 bucks. Lowe's used to carry them, but they don't anymore, and I haven't checked Home Depot. So I ordered another one for inside because I was using one inside by my desk. The test stand just comes right off, and you can see there's a little bit of rust on this plate right here. This plate is actually available as a separate item from PSP. However, even though the post is listed on their website, the post is not currently made. But you can buy this plate and then you can have a post welded to it. You have the option of obviously putting your post into the ground with concrete permanently or semi-permanently, because you can always dig it up. But I have mine pretty far into the ground. This is a cap I use to cover the sleeve while I don't have the post in it, so it doesn't fill up with water. So now I can take the post out of the sleeve and put it into this stand I made out of 2x4s and a piece of the same kind of pipe that's in the ground. The battery on the camera died while I was taping this part of it. I had just taken the post out of the sleeve, and these are couplers for that size of pipe, and it's 4-inch pipe. I had to sand the insides of the couplers with a Dremel and a sanding drum, and I had to sand the outside using a belt sander so it would slip easily into the pipe. What I want to do is put the screw in so I don't lose it. And then I simply slip the stand into the holder. And like I said, I usually keep this in the garage. Now, it's a little high to work with, but if you need to, you can work with it. You can always tilt it over if you have to. The post in the ground is a very nice option, and being able to take one screw loose and take a engine setup, especially if it's something like complicated like a gasoline engine setup or a 4-stroke with pressurized tank or something. But I have 2 other test stand designs. One's called the portable test stand that uses a metal sawhorse, and the other one's called the tripod test stand that's made out of 6x6 pine wood, and it uses 4 flanges and 36-inch 3/4-inch pipe in a tripod configuration, and it's for the big engines. So I'm going to show you those later. The thing I'm going to do right now is put this cap on the sleeve so the water doesn't get down in it. But when you put the sleeve in the ground, the thing to do is to get an end cap for the pipe and put it on there, because when you put it in the concrete, you don't want it to fill the hole. I dug a hole and mixed up 1 or 2 bags of concrete and filled the area around it, and I didn't want the concrete coming up in the pipe. So that's the PSP test stand and the post. Like I said, if you want a post, you'll have to get one made. So now I'm going to go inside and do videos on the 3 different kinds of PSP test stands that I have, and I'll see you in the shop.